Hello. It's been a while, but here we are again. This time we will present our third part of the top 15 best Asian films. We take some time to select those we consider are not so well known or that they have not been given their evaluation. We hope you like it. Let's get started. The Maid, 2005, is a Singaporean horror thriller film directed by Kelvin Tong. The plot follows a young woman named Rosa, who travels from the Philippines to Singapore to work as a maid in the Teo family mansion. However, she soon discovers that the house is inhabited by supernatural forces and dark secrets that endanger her life and her sanity. Rosa begins her work at the Teo house with an optimistic and diligent attitude, but quickly realizes that something is not right. The matriarch of the family, Mrs. Teo, behaves strangely and distantly, and the rest of the family seems to hide disturbing secrets. As Rosa explores the mansion, she begins to experience chilling encounters with supernatural presences and unexplained events. She soon discovers the true story behind the Teo mansion. Years ago, a maid named Asun had fallen in love with the Teo family's son and became pregnant. When Mrs. Teo discovered the relationship, in a fit of rage, she killed Asun and her unborn baby.
Place I had always heard about. The tall buildings, the beautiful streets, everything was so clean and wonderful. This was my new home and the start of my new life. And I remember telling myself, there is really nothing to be frightened of.
Since then, Asun's vengeful spirit is rumored to haunt the house, seeking revenge against the Teo family. As Rosa delves deeper into the mansion's history and confronts the supernatural forces that inhabit it, she becomes embroiled in a desperate fight to survive and protect herself and those she loves. The film culminates in a terrifying confrontation between Rosa and the vengeful spirit of Asun, where dark secrets are revealed and unimaginable horrors are unleashed. The Maid is a film that skillfully combines supernatural horror with elements of psychological suspense and human drama. In addition to offering effective scares and an unsettling atmosphere, the film also addresses deeper themes such as oppression, injustice, and the power of redemption. With solid performances and expert direction, The Maid stands out as a gem of Asian horror cinema.
There. Can you please
Help me get my ball.
leave me alone?
The Red Shoes, 2005, is a South Korean horror film directed by Kim Yong-geun, loosely based on the fairy tale of the same name by Hans Christian Andersen. The story follows Sun Jae, a woman who has recently left her unfaithful husband and moved into a new apartment with her young daughter, Tae-soo. Sun Jae's life takes an unexpected turn when she finds a pair of red shoes abandoned in the subway. Captivated by their beauty, she decides to take them with her, unaware that they are cursed. The shoes exert a malevolent influence over those who possess them, unleashing a series of tragic and violent events. At first, Sun Jae and her daughter Tae-soo seem to be enchanted by the shoes. However, they soon begin to experience strange and terrifying visions. The shoes appear to have a will of their own, manipulating people into wearing them and then causing their brutal deaths. The curse of the red shoes manifests through a series of murders and unsettling occurrences as the shoes change owners. Desperate to protect her daughter and free herself from the curse, Sun Jae starts investigating the dark past of the shoes. She discovers that they once belonged to a famous dancer who was tragically murdered, and that the curse has been passing from one victim to another ever since. The deeper she delves into the story, the more she realizes that the shoes are a manifestation of the deceased dancer's pain and vengeance. The tension escalates when Tae-soo also falls under the influence of the shoes. Sun Jae must fight not only against the supernatural power of the shoes but also against her own guilt. The film culminates in a showdown between Sun Jae and the vengeful spirit, where the darkest secrets are revealed. The Red Shoes is a film that combines elements of supernatural horror with deep psychological drama. It tackles themes of obsession, revenge and redemption while presenting an atmosphere of constant unease and terror. With its striking visuals and engaging narrative, stands out in Asian horror cinema.
알았어, 돌려줄게. 내일 저녁 때 집으로 오세요. 손 번쩍 들고 기다리고 있을 테니까. 근데 언니, 나 지금 기분이 너무 좋은 거 있지? 이 구두 신으니까 막 젊어지는 것 같아. 춤도 저절로 나올 것 같고.
Carved the Slit-Mouthed Woman is a Japanese horror film based on a Japanese urban legend known as Kuchisei Kona, which has terrorized Japanese culture for decades. The story takes place in a quiet suburban neighborhood, where a group of children begin to hear rumors about a disfigured woman wandering the streets with a surgical mask covering her face. Legend has it that this mysterious woman, known as Kuchisei Kona, approaches people and asks them if they find her beautiful. However, if someone answers no, the woman becomes enraged and chases the victim with a pair of giant scissors, slicing their mouth into a hideous grimace similar to her own. As the children venture further into investigating the legend, they discover that the rumors are much more than just scary stories. Soon, they come face to face with the creepy figure of the Kuchisei Kona and are drawn into a world of terror and nightmare. The film follows the trail of terror left by this evil entity as it terrorizes the community and seeks new victims among the children. With each encounter with the Kuchisei Kona, fear and paranoia intensify, and the children struggle to find a way to escape their horrible fate. Even as they try to find the truth behind the legend, they discover that there are dark forces at play far beyond their understanding. The Whispering Quarters, 1998, is a South Korean mystery horror film that takes place in an all-girls high school. Directed by Park Ki-hyung, the film is the first installment in the Whispering Quarters film series, which focuses on independent but related stories set in high schools. The plot follows a group of students and teachers at an all-girls high school, where strange and disturbing events begin to happen. The film takes place in an oppressive and tense environment, where themes such as repression, adolescent cruelty and academic pressure are explored. When a student named Jinja returns to school after a while, she begins to investigate the mysterious death of her childhood friend, who supposedly committed suicide on school grounds. As Jinja digs deeper into the investigation, she uncovers dark and disturbing secrets that have long been buried in the school's history. Throughout the film, conflicts are revealed between students and teachers, as well as between the students themselves. The presence of a vengeful spirit that stalks the hallways and classrooms of the school is also hinted at, manifesting itself through whispers and apparitions. As the plot progresses, a story of buried secrets, unresolved trauma, and a supernatural force seeking revenge unravels. The Whispering Corridors is an atmospheric and evocative film that combines elements of psychological and supernatural horror to create a haunting and thrilling experience.
넌 여기로 돌아오면 안 되는 거였어.
The Mimic, 2017, is a South Korean horror film directed by Ha Young. The story centers on a family caught up in a series of supernatural events involving a mysterious creature that can mimic human voices. The plot follows Hee-yoon, a woman who has been dealing with the disappearance of her young son, Jun Seo, for several years. Along with her husband, Minho, and their young daughter, Hee-yoon moves to a house near Mount Jang, a place known for its dark legends and myths. The family hopes to find some peace and start anew, but soon they discover that their new home is far from a safe haven. One day, while exploring the nearby forest, Hee-yoon encounters a lost girl who appears to be in a state of confusion. The girl does not remember who she is or where she came from, but she feels drawn to Hee-yoon and starts calling her mom. Hee-yoon, moved by the girl's situation and still grieving the loss of her son, decides to take her home. As the girl settles in with the family, strange and disturbing events begin to occur. The girl exhibits eerie behaviors and seems to have a supernatural connection to her surroundings. Soon, Hee-yoon and Minho discover that the girl is linked to an ancient legend of Mount Jang about a spirit known as the Jangsan Tiger, a creature that can mimic human voices to lure its victims. The girl's presence triggers a series of inexplicable and terrifying phenomena, testing the family's sanity and safety. Hee-yoon is forced to confront her own demons and the pain of loss while struggling to protect her family from the supernatural threat. With an oppressive atmosphere and a suspenseful narrative, The Mimic is a film that explores themes of grief, motherhood, and the destructive power of ancient myths. Ha Young's direction and the convincing performances of the actors create an intense and chilling cinematic experience that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats.
여보.
Alright, that's all for today. We hope you liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We are waiting for you for more on this your channel dedicated to horror.